All right, so today we're uh, going deep into the world of Ed and Lorraine Warren.
Oh, yeah.
You know those paranormal investigators who
Yeah.
become like practically household names
Yeah.
thanks to, movies like The Conjuring and all that.
Right.
But their real life cases
Oh, yeah.
are even crazier
Absolutely.
than Hollywood could ever like dream up.
Totally agree.
So are you ready to explore 7 of their like most notorious investigations with me?
Let's do it. I'm excited.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
We're talking demonic possessions, haunted dolls,
Mm,
the whole spooky spectrum.
a whole thing.
Yeah, so let's kick things off with a case that like literally landed in the courtroom.
Okay.
The Brookfield Demon Murder Trial.
Wow.
In 1981, Arn Cheyenne Johnson claimed he was possessed by a demon when he committed murder.
Oh, wow.
Like, that's right.
Yeah.
The devil made me do it defense.
Wow.
And it was the first time in U.S. history
Yeah.
that had ever happened.
Wow. That's incredible.
Yeah.
It's,
Can you imagine being on that jury?
I mean,
Not only are you deciding someone's fate,
yeah.
but you're basically being asked to rule on the existence of demonic forces in the legal system.
You have to think about the implications for, like, responsibility and free will.
Totally.
If someone is truly possessed,
Right.
are they accountable for their actions?
Exactly.
It's a huge question.
Yeah, it really makes you think about the line between belief and the law, right?
Definitely.
Okay, so next up, we're heading to the house that practically invented haunted house tropes.
Okay.
The Amityville Horror.
Oh, yeah.
Those creepy eye-like windows alone are enough to give anyone nightmares.
For sure.
So the Lutz family's story about being tormented by like this violent entity after a gruesome mass murder in the house,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was a publishing sensation
it is.
and launched a whole horror franchise.
The whole franchise.
But over time,
Yeah.
a lot of their claims have been debunked,
Right.
leading many to believe it was more of a publicity stunt than a genuine haunting.
Yeah.
Maybe they had a ghostwriter helping them embellish the story, right?
Maybe so.
But even if it was a hoax,
Yeah.
it definitely tapped into our deepest fears about the unknown lurking in seemingly normal places.
For sure. I mean, think about it. The Amityville Horror, whether true or not,
Mm-hmm.
plays on those primal fears about our homes becoming unsafe,
Right.
invaded by something sinister.
Exactly.
And that idea continues to resonate in horror even today.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Speaking of unsettling,
Okay.
let's move on to the Salvington case in Connecticut, which inspired the film A Haunting in Connecticut.
Okay.
This one gets really complex because
Yeah.
it involves a family claiming their home is haunted,
Right.
but their son was also exhibiting signs of schizophrenia.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
how do you
think-
how do you separate the two?
right, was it paranormal activity
Yeah.
or mental health issues?
Exactly.
Were the disturbing events the family experienced?
Yeah. Genuine paranormal phenomena?
Right,
Or were they manifestations of the son's illness?
right.
It raises important questions about perception and interpretation.
It really is a head scratcher,
It is.
trying to figure out what's truly at play.
Yeah.
And speaking of things that mess with your head,
Okay.
let's talk about the case that spawned a horror icon,
All right.
Annabelle the doll.
Oh, yeah.
Supposedly haunted Raggedy Ann doll.
Oh, I mean, come on.
Talk about childhood fears coming to life.
Right.
So according to the Warrens,
Yeah.
Annabelle wasn't your average plaything.
Okay.
She was possessed by the spirit of a young girl named Annabelle Higgins
Hmm.
and allegedly moved on her own,
Wow.
leaving threatening notes.
Really?
Today, she resides in the Warrens Occult Museum,
Right.
locked in a glass case.
Of course.
But for a while, there was even that internet rumor
Oh, yeah.
that she had escaped.
I remember that.
Social media went wild,
It did.
even if it was debunked. It just proves how much this doll has captured our imaginations.
Absolutely.
There's something about a seemingly innocent object
Right.
being possessed by something evil that really creeps people out.
It plays on our anxieties about the ordinary becoming extraordinary,
Totally.
the safe becoming dangerous.
Yeah.
Whether you believe the stories or not,
Mhm.
Annabelle has become a symbol of those fears, a
Yeah.
reminder that evil could be lurking anywhere, even in your toy chest.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So from a haunted doll to a whole haunted house,
Right.
let's move on to the Harrisville farmhouse,
Right.
the inspiration for The Conjuring.
Right.
This place is practically dripping
Yeah.
with chilling history
Oh, for sure.
and eerie tales.
Definitely.
So imagine living in like an 18th century farmhouse
Yeah.
with this dark past.
Yeah.
Local legends claim it was haunted by Bathsheba Sherman,
Mm-hmm.
a woman accused of sacrificing her child to the devil before taking her own life.
Jeez.
And then in the 1970s, the
Mm-hmm.
Perron family moves in
Mm-hmm.
and reports experiencing a whole range of paranormal activity,
Like what kind of stuff?
from disembodied voices and cold spots
Yeah.
to like physical attacks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So the Warrens were called in
Mm-hmm.
and concluded that the house was indeed haunted by malevolent entities,
Yeah.
including the spirit of Bathsheba Sherman.
Of course.
And get this,
What?
the Harrisville farmhouse is actually open for paranormal investigations now.
Really?
Could you imagine spending the night there?
I don't know if I could.
I don't know if I'm brave enough.
I mean, it makes you wonder what draws people to those kinds of places, right?
Totally.
Is it the thrill of the unknown?
Yeah.
The desire to prove the existence of the paranormal?
Right.
Or maybe it's just morbid curiosity,
Oh, right.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
The Harrisville farmhouse stands as a testament to our fascination with haunted locations.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so speaking of cases that grab the world's attention,
All right.
let's hop across the pond to England
Oh,
for the Enfield Poltergeist case.
oh yeah.
2 young daughters,
Mm-hmm.
furniture moving on its own,
Right.
disembodied voices.
Sounds like a horror movie.
It does sound like something straight out of a horror movie.
Yeah,
This case really sparked debate.
I bet.
Was it a genuine poltergeist,
Mm-hmm.
a hoax orchestrated by attention-seeking kids,
Right.
or maybe something in between?
Yeah,
The psychological aspects are particularly fascinating.
I think so too.
Could the intense media attention,
Yeah.
coupled with the girl's young age,
Mm-hmm.
have contributed to the phenomena?
It's possible.
Yeah, so the Warrens believed it was a case of demonic oppression,
Okay.
where the girls were targeted by demonic forces, but not fully possessed.
Right.
But even they acknowledged the psychological complexity of the case.
Yeah.
It really makes you think about how our minds can influence our experiences,
For sure.
especially when it comes to the paranormal.
Definitely, it's a reminder that we can't always separate what we believe from what we experience.
Yeah.
Our perceptions are shaped by so many factors,
Yeah.
and the line between reality and belief
Right.
can become very blurred,
Yeah.
especially in these kinds of emotionally charged situations.
Okay, so for our final stop on this deep dive,
Right.
let's talk about a case that's a little less known,
Okay.
but no less chilling.
Yeah.
The West Pittston case,
Mm-hmm.
which was adapted into a made-for-TV movie called The Haunted.
Okay.
This one involves a Pennsylvania family
Right.
who claimed their home was terrorized by a demonic entity.
Oh, gosh.
Think objects being thrown,
Yeah.
furniture overturned,
Random.
and even physical attacks.
Oh, geez.
But what makes this case stand out
What's that?
is the claim that the demon threw their dog across the room
Oh, my
and
God.
pushed their daughter down the stairs.
Wow, that's taking things to a whole other level.
That's terrifying. Most hauntings involve spooky sounds or apparitions,
Right.
but physical violence
Yeah.
like that,
Yeah.
that's scary.
It is.
So the Warrens, of course, concluded it was a powerful demon
Yeah.
and performed an exorcism on the house.
Wow. So the West Pittston case,
Yeah.
while not as famous as some of the Warrens' other investigations,
Mm-hmm.
really challenges those stereotypical ideas about hauntings.
Totally.
It forces us to consider the possibility of something more malevolent,
Right.
something capable of real harm.
Yeah.
It's a stark reminder that the unknown can be truly frightening,
Yeah.
even dangerous.
So we've explored like 7 of the Warrens'
Yeah.
most notorious cases, each one more chilling than the last.
Right.
What I find really fascinating is
Yeah.
how their work, whether you believe it or not,
Mm-hmm.
has shaped like our cultural understanding of the paranormal.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the Warrens,
Yeah.
through their investigations and books and lectures, they
Yeah.
really brought these paranormal concepts into the mainstream. I mean, they gave us a language to talk about ghosts,
Mm-hmm.
demons, possessions,
Right.
things that were once whispered about,
Yeah.
hushed tones.
Exactly. And their cases have been adapted
Oh, yeah.
into so many books and movies, like
Yes.
the Conjuring franchise.
Mm-hmm.
They've become part of our collective horror vocabulary.
What's interesting is that their work often
That's right.
straddled that line between belief and skepticism.
Right.
They presented themselves as serious investigators.
Yeah.
using tools and techniques to document evidence,
Right.
but they also relied heavily on their own intuition and faith.
It's that blend of the scientific and the spiritual
Right.
that I think really resonated with people.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it made the paranormal seem both accessible and mysterious at the same time.
Right, and it invited people to engage with these ideas on their own terms.
Exactly.
Whether you were a diehard believer or a curious skeptic, the Warrens' work gave you something to think about, something to debate.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that brings us to the big question.
Yeah.
The one that lingers long after you finish a Warren story.
Okay.
Did they truly believe in what they investigated? And if they did, what does that say about the power of belief itself?
It's a question worth pondering.
For sure.
Belief can be a powerful force. It can shape our perceptions,
Right.
influence our actions, and even impact the world around us.
Totally.
The Warrens' legacy in many ways is a testament to that power.
For sure.
Whether you view them as pioneers, showmen, or something in between.
Yeah.
Their unwavering belief in the paranormal undoubtedly left its mark on our culture.
Well said. I think that's the perfect note to end on.
Yeah,
We've journeyed through haunted houses,
we have.
encountered demonic dolls,
We did.
and even questioned the boundaries of law and responsibility.
It's been quite a ride.
It has been a truly deep dive
It has.
into the world of Ed and Lorraine Warren.
Absolutely. We hope you've enjoyed exploring these fascinating and sometimes unsettling cases with us.
Oh, I have.
And perhaps you'll continue to ponder those unanswered questions, those lingering mysteries that continue to captivate our imaginations.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive.
My pleasure.